Welcome everybody to the latest
Right.
episode of the Cockney Reds. I am joined here as usual by JustDaveMate and also joined by Antonio and it's yourself, Fudge. Um, Basically, we are a new podcast, a new United podcast. It's going to be the go-to podcast for you go to for all United content. And it's been a minute. It's been a while since our last game. It's been a while since we last recorded. A lot's gone on actually. So I don't know whether to start with transfers because it's been a little while since the transfer window ended. So I'll start with you, just Dave, mate. How you feeling? The transfer window's done. How do you think we did in the transfer window?
Um, First and foremost, big up the Cockney Reds. Um, JDM or Just Dave, mate, whichever one rolls off the tongue easier. You get me? The transfer window. To be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed, man. Obviously, we signed some good attacking talent, but I think we didn't cover all areas which needed to be addressed. Obviously, I know you can't do everything in one window, um, but in comparison to other teams, we'll probably get into that a bit later. But I just feel like we could have done a bit more, even if it wasn't the exact signings that we wanted at the time. We should have still got some sort of cover, especially in the midfield of the park. Um, um, but I'm happy with the players we have signed. It's not a negative on them because all the players that we have signed, I'm very happy with. Um, Obviously, Mbermo is my guy, man. So Mbermo and Boom, that's my guy. I've got high hopes for him. I've been saying it from the get go. That pay any money to bring him in. So, to be honest, he's been one of our better players since he's come in for us. Cunha has looked good as well. Obviously, I knew Cunha had a bit of an injury track record. Um, was a bit worried about that, and I've got 3 games in, and Tammy's gone. Not sure how long he's going to be out for, but talent wise, he's great. But just if he can just get over this injury record that he has. Sesko, we haven't seen much of him to be honest with you. I'm not sure is Amarim just trying to protect him a little bit, um, ease him into the game because for United a lot of criticism comes. So 1 game he doesn't score, 2 games he doesn't score, 3 games doesn't score. All of a sudden he's a flop, and that pressure just becomes huge when it doesn't need to be. So I'm sure once we see a bit more of him, he'll come good. But I can't really give judgment on him too far. But so far, sorry. But like I said, at the moment I'm happy with the signings. Lamens coming in late on a transfer day. To be honest with you, I can't even rate Lamens. I don't know him. I don't know him. But just the fact that we got Onana at the door, that was the better transfer for me. The Onana going on loan, that was the best transfer of the window. Do you know what I mean? That was the greatest business I've ever seen in my life because
Uh,
that was a major concern for me. I just didn't know how we were going to move forward with Anana. He didn't even need to start. Even if he was just in the squad, it's just bad luck. I don't know what it is, just bad luck. So it's good
well,
that he's doing
I'm
his
going to
thing
get
in
you to
Turkey. I
rate
wish
the
him all the
window.
best.
I'll
Yeah.
get you to give us a full rating at the end. But quickly, we'll go to Antonio.
Okay.
What are your thoughts in the transfer window so far, or the transfer window just closed? Happy,
Um,
disappointed? Where are you with
no,
it?
you know what? I think the transfer window was actually a very good window. Considering if you look at when you're trying to address areas in the pitch and address a squad and trying to do an overhaul, there's no way that you're going to be able to get it done in one transfer window. It takes two, three, maybe even four transfer windows if you look back to sort of like Klopp and different managers. So I think considering we did really well. Okay, it would have been nice if we got this centre midfielder or we got this player, but we were really struggling in attack. We got Mbremo, we got Cunha, we got Sesko. We were really struggling with the goalkeeper. We got this new goalkeeper from the Belgium league, was it right? So I think it's actually been a really good window. It would have been nice if we got that centre midfielder, but it didn't work out. But like I said, it's not all going to happen overnight. One thing I would say though, I've noticed, like I feel like our transfer strategy has changed a little bit with the Sesko and the goalkeeper signing. Like when
Yeah.
Bremer and Cunha was like, okay, fine, let's get some guys who are sort of young-ish but in their prime and already established. But then when it came to the goalkeeper and striker, I think we were faced with whether we wanted to go with tried and tested or young. And both times we've kind of gone with the sort of young and inexperienced. And I feel like it's a bit different to how we used to do our business before, when we would go after, all right, who's the best person at the best time for this position. But now it's like, I feel like we're kind of looking, okay, let's look beyond the future. And they say it's, okay, we could have this player for years to come, but I don't even think football works like that anyway. I don't think players stay at clubs as long as they used to, or they stay at clubs doing a life sentence or something. I don't think it really works like that. But I think there's also a financial factor where they're
Yeah.
kind of looking to go, okay, all right, if this works out, this will be fantastic. If it doesn't, there's actually still sell on value and resale value and blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's a big element of our transfers going forward. Is that a good thing or bad thing? It just depends on what happens with the signings, right? I mean, personally, with the striker and the goalkeeper, I would have went another way. I would have probably got Watkins. I would have probably got Martinez from Villa. They said they wanted to go this way. It's fine. But yeah, it's just something I noticed now with sort of our transfers going forward, and it's just like, okay, fine, fair enough. But at the end of the day, I guess we're not where we used to be, so uh, we can't maybe.
They didn't
We
always
don't know.
work out as well. If you look at it, I
Yeah,
mean,
they
post
don't always.
Fergie. I mean, I think
Well, I guess it depends on which way you go down, right? Because I know it's
mm,
early days, but I'm pretty confident in Cunha and Mbeumo, right? So if we did get
yeah,
Martinez and Watkins, but most likely 90% sure they probably would have worked out. But I think there's a sort of a bigger outlook on, okay, why don't we get a younger guy? He could do really well. We could eventually sell him, or da 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 and this and that.
yeah.
I don't know. I just noticed that about our sort of strategy a little bit. But no, I'm happy with the window. Happy with the players. I think the manager's got more. He's got enough quality in that squad now to do something meaningful, to have competitive games against good teams, and try, really get up the table. So yeah, I'm happy with the transfer window.
No, I hear that, and I think you're right in terms
I
of the
think
strategy changing
it's
with financial fair play, and that it seems like a large part of what look around actually. A lot of teams don't generally tend to go for the older players anymore, because if, let's say, it doesn't work out, like we've seen with Hoyland, for instance, it means that you do still have a time to move them on. They're still young enough to be
Yeah,
able to attract a
yeah,
value,
yeah.
and yeah. So, and also just planning for the longer term as well.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I guess the window's settled now. We've had the international break. Quick one, actually. What do you boys think of internationals? Do you pay much attention to it over the international break? Do you just take some downtime away from football? What do you guys do?
And Dave.
I usually take some downtime, man. There's a lot of football being played, so when the international break comes, I just take a time break with the family and stuff. Have my weekends back, my middle weeks back, wherever it is. Even if I do tune in, it's just more of just background noise. I'm not really that involved with it unless it's a major tournament. So I just take some downtime, man. I'm just hoping that no one gets injured from my team on duty.
Yes. What about you, Antonio? Do you pay much attention to the internationals?
Not heavily, but I'll do, like, I watch all football from all leagues. So if it's on the TV and I'm there, then I'd probably watch it. But I'll probably catch up with everything highlights wise. But I guess during the international break with the games, it's probably more passive than active. Like, if the
Yeah.
Prem's on, I'm gonna watch the full 90 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. But with the international break, maybe one, if that. But I'll watch a lot of the highlights on sort of YouTube and stuff to see, okay, how people doing it. Oh, okay, it was Belgium versus or France versus, because there's good players on shows, so you want to see,
Yeah.
yeah, how it was. But yeah, more, I'm there passively, sort of thing.
What I noticed is that a lot of our players, they don't seem to be in internationals anymore. I remember I used to hate our players going on international. I used to prefer them to just chill, relax, especially during the Fergie years. But now it seems like, I mean, you look at the England squad. I don't think there was any United players in. Like, it's not. I'm not used to it really. But
All,
at the same
all,
time,
all our players are international players. What are you talking about?
I think we had 8 or 9 players on international break. But we still had. If you look at who was back, you had Shaw, Maguire. You had quite a large amount of our players were still like not away on the international break actually. So I think it was only 8 or 9 players that were actually recorded that we've got there. Like Mainu's there. You've probably got a decent set of training going on this week. I think they had a week off last week and they came back on Monday. But we've got quite a few bands that didn't actually make the international cut, which I used to be happy with when it was because we were just resting them kind of thing, those international injuries. But now I'm thinking it's good, but our players should be international level really to be able to be making it there. Or do you not think you're not too bothered about that?
I thought there was still quite a few of our players there, but I'm just trying to think now. Let's see our
Yeah.
starting 11. Sesko would have played.
Sesko and Bumo and Cunha was
Sesko
because
plays
of
for
injury. Yeah.
Bruno
Yep.
Casemiro would have gone.
Yeah, Casemiro came back early, but
Ahmad Diallo, did they go?
Ahmad would have gone, yeah. So I
Yeah,
guess it's
Dogu went as well. I know Hoyland's on loan, but Hoyland went as well. At the
Onana
back,
was there as well.
who?
yeah.
Onana was there, man.
But at the back, maybe Maguire probably wouldn't have. He didn't. Shaw didn't. Euro probably missed out because France squad is quite stacked in terms of quality. So yeah, maybe in that sense, maybe it was a bit balanced. Or maybe you're right. We used to have everyone out, but maybe it was quite balanced. There'll still be quite a few people still about.
Yeah, and I guess going into that, I mean, it means that we can have good preparation for the big derby game coming up. Like, how big do you see this game, JustDaveMate? How big are you buzzing for this derby? Like, how you feeling? Was it too early in the season to like get that excited about it? What are your current thoughts?
To be honest, I'm buzzing for every game, man. It doesn't really matter who we face.
Come on.
I'm a United fan through and through, man. So I'm buzzing for any time kickoff is there. You get me? But it's always nice for a derby game. It's away, obviously, at the Etihad, but that side of the town is still red. You get me? Because Manchester's red.
Come on.
So yeah, I'm excited for the game, man. And I think to be honest with you, as much as people say that United are in a crisis, I think City are in a bit of a crisis too, man. Obviously, they've made a lot of signings this summer and even in January, and I don't think their team's gelled just yet, man.
Oh wow.
Maybe there's some technical issues then and there. He's back.
Okay, right.
Cut off in your prime.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right, let me
It's
just reiterate: we're gonna get City, man. We're gonna get them. Like, no cutting me out this time. You get me? City, you're down bad. In boom, it's coming for you. In boom. These men
Come
can't
on.
defend. These men can't
Quickly,
defend no more, man.
for those of you who are watching so far, yeah, click on that subscribe button, give us a like. More United content coming. But yeah, no. So you're confident for this game then? What about you, Antonio? Are you confident for the City game?
It's the best time to play them for sure.
Okay.
I'm
See, they've got a
quite.
few injuries.
I would have liked Mount and Cunha to be available.
Yeah.
I think we need that sort of Mount's hard work and aggression squeezing them because this is not a confident team, and Cunha to just pick up the ball and just do crazy things sometimes. I would have liked them to be playing, but I still think we've got enough players there and we've got a good chance. It's the best time to play them, but it's tight because they still got quality. But they got a lot of players out though. It's crazy. They got a
See,
lot of
Do
players
you
out.
think do you think with Cunha out, it's a perfect time to play Bruno in the 10? Or do you think maybe Xerxes will slot in instead?
good question.
Boy. I don't know if the manager. We probably should add a section on Xerxes. I don't know. Is he ready for this? Is he? Does the manager trust him?
Xerxes is ready. Do you
I
mean?
mean,
But he's
just
talking
take the
not
fan
Sesko.
side out of
No,
it.
wait,
Yeah,
not
Sesko.
Shesko. He said Xerxes.
Oh, sorry. No, Sesko.
Oh, you're talking about Sesko. Sesko's going to start, I think.
I'm not sure. You know.
He's had the Grimsby game. He's had the two internationals. I think he started there, maybe played the 90 and then. I think he's ready, and especially with these injuries, I think you're throwing him
Yeah,
straight in there.
I think he's ready, man.
I just wouldn't be surprised if Xerxes starts ahead of him. Do you know
Up
what I'm saying?
top, no. What you think? Sesko and Cunha are not going to be in the starting lineup.
Cunha's injured.
I know he's
Cunha's
injured, but he's still not going to play. Yeah, Cunha's injured, but he's still not going to play, right? So someone has to cover his position. I can't see
Yeah.
Xerxes taking Sesko's position when Cunha's out. It makes more sense for him to, if he's going to start, it makes more sense for him to slot into the 10 than to have two forwards out. Does that make sense? It
All right,
makes more sense to start Sesko.
let's go through an
No,
agreed starting lineup then in terms of where we're going to go. Start at the back. Sounds like Bayern is going to be in goal. First of all, how do you feel about that?
see, this is what I mean
Yeah.
because we have no choice. We've got him, whatever. But like, if we would have went for, I think the goalkeeper should have been an exception to go for an established player.
I hear that.
Forget about the resale value. I think we should
I
have gone
don't
for.
think it's. I don't think it's about that usually. I think it's about the wage structure. I don't think many of us are on breaking the wage structure of over 200k. I think
Was
that's
he
why we
trying to
didn't
go
even go
over
for
200k?
Donnarumma as well.
Was he trying to go
Well,
over 200?
250, and to be honest, he's currently the world's best goalkeeper, so he has every right to demand these kind of wages. Same as
Okay, fair
Donnarumma,
enough.
he's won Champions League. He can
Yeah.
demand these wages, so I think that's the reason why we didn't go for him.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
No.
not the world's best goalkeeper. Let's just get that straight. He's
I
just not.
mean, he won the
I
World
mean, but
Cup.
he
So
won it. He won it.
He's won a
he
World
played.
Cup. I'll give him
He
that.
played exceptional still.
He did, but he's also been playing the Premier League and he's been stinking it out for like my man's the reason why Aston Villa aren't playing in the Champions League. Taking out Hoyland like that, like nah, man. Martinez, I'm quite happy that we didn't get him. I think he's overrated as a goalkeeper, to be honest.
I don't think anyone puts him there as the like. All
World's
right,
best goalkeeper, I just heard.
no, yeah, but David did the world's best.
Yeah,
Like, do you know
okay.
what I mean?
Oh,
Like, but
I
if
missed
you're
that.
talking of, he's not. He's top 10. He's not top 5, but he's a good goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean?
He's
He's
not
not
top 10.
Neuer.
Mm.
He's not Neuer or Allison, but he would be the next
I
tier.
think he's very good. I think he's
He's
very
very
good.
good.
I think he's one of those goalkeepers that can step up to the moments, man. He loves
Yeah.
Yeah,
big moments. He loves big games. I think that's him. I
penalty
think,
shootout, I'm putting him number one, top 5. Yeah, I'm putting
yeah.
him top 5 penalty shootouts. But give him a normal game. I don't know if I'm putting him in the top 10 in the Premier League, let alone in the world. Like
No, I'm
that's
putting him top 10 in the Prem.
I think it's difficult at Villa, man, because it's the magnitude of the game, man. When you're playing for a big club, I think if he goes to any big club, he'll do well, man. That's why he does very well in like international, like it's a big stage. I think he's been wanting to move away from Villa, and obviously didn't come for whatever reason. But I reckon if he actually came for us, I reckon he would have been like sort of like a talisman at the back for us that we can rely on, man. I
fair
do
play.
believe that.
But Lamens, you reckon he's going to come in and take the number 1 spot at some point this season?
Yeah,
You know
100%.
what? I don't know yet, man.
I think
I
so.
think I think it's very telling the fact that Bayern is starting. The keeper doesn't really
Ah,
need much warm up
I know, but going
to come
by
in.
Ruben's
We
track
got rid of
record,
our number one keeper.
Ruben's not one to now put someone straight in there, especially a young keeper that hasn't been in the league, into like one of the biggest games of the season. It's
Of
almost like
course,
applying
but
the same logic to Sesko. Sesko, we haven't started him or anything. We haven't pushed him in like
yeah,
Sesko.
but I think it's completely different. On field, it's completely different to goalkeeper, man.
But how much pressure is he
If
on
you don't, you know
if
what
he
I mean. I
messes up
don't
in this
really
game?
think.
I think he starts
Sorry.
next game to be after this game. I think he starts.
Okay,
My
but Eugene, put it this way.
Chelsea.
Put it this way. Bayern their start. Sorry if I cut you off. Bayern their starts against City, right? It's a big game. We walk away with that game with a win,
he'll start next game.
a clean sheet. Do you think that Lamens is starting next game?
Yeah, probably not.
Exactly. So it all depends on Bayern there now. It's in his hands.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity to claim that number 1 spot, but I think based on what this track record, I'm not too confident that he's going to take hold of that number. So that's what's going to bring Lamens in, I reckon. Because yeah, I guess the big thing was if you bring Lamens in and then he doesn't do well against City, it starts off with big pressure already in the papers.
Yeah,
Have we got the
yeah.
wrong man and all the rest of it? But then I suppose on the flip side, if he came in and bossed it, then like, do you know what I mean? But you need a fast start. But I'm thinking though, if you don't bring him in for this game, we haven't got Carling Cup anymore. FA Cup's not until January. Like, when is he going to play? Is he going to play? I mean, are we going to wait for him until FA Cup? Or are we going to like? He's going to have to come in at some point. So
I think, but
maybe next in national.
Amarin, like he'll make his own decision. He's strong enough. I think if yeah, but obviously the score. If he has a blinding game against City or like obviously that's gonna play a heavy hand and be like, okay, I trust this guy. If he does okay or something like that, I think if Amarin sees what he sees in the training ground and he sees that this keeper, this Lamens guy is actually really good, he'll start him. I think he'll start him. I don't think he's gonna now go, you got rid of Onana, you brought this guy in. None of you have actually picked up the number 1 spot. If he sees enough in training to say, this guy is ready, he'll start him. I think he'll start him, man. Regardless of what's going on, I think he'll start him.
I
The
hear
one
that.
thing
Okay.
though, the one thing I've noticed about Amorim, sorry, Fudge, I know I'll keep going on, is by his press conferences, it just seems like he rates behind there. He really backs him up, man. He gets quite angry when people try to talk down about him. Um, and his mood was his attitude was a bit different when they spoke about Onana. I don't know if you guys noticed. It was a bit defensive behind there.
Yeah, I think with buying deer, I don't know. In my opinion, I think the reason why he might be like that as well is because he's probably only made like maybe one or two mistakes, like big ones, like the one against Arsenal or whatever, and then he's been average. Whereas Onana, you've just lost. He's run out of credit in the bank, so he's done with Onana. But buying there, he's like, look, let me give this guy a chance in it. Like let me give him a chance. So when people are talking bad on him, he's kind of like, yo, like relax. Like he's only just sort of because we
Yeah,
basically played with Onana the whole time. Really, we only just started playing with Binding. And Binding,
yeah,
didn't he? I swear he helped us get to the final and one of these cups last season or something. Like, what was it?
He
Which
played
one?
well against Arsenal, and that's his only
Arsenal.
game that he's played well. Every other game he has flopped. I do not. Let me just combine him. Let me just combine him. Let me not go in on him. Actually, let me just support him and see what he
Fair
does.
enough. Fair enough.
No, go in, go in. I want to hear this. Go in, go in, go in. I
I
want to hear
haven't.
this,
I've,
man.
I haven't seen this guy have one good game. I've seen him play one good game. I think he's the one goalkeeper who's worse than Onana. Like Onana, I get it. Yeah, he had many times where he's flopped for us. Yeah, this guy flopped every single game without that. I mean, look at this season. Yeah, he's played what 3 games this season. He played against first game against Arsenal. He's the reason why we conceded in that game. The Fulham game, I'm sure he flopped in that game as well. I can't remember what he did,
Nah,
but
Fulham's harsh, man.
wait, did he flop? Okay, maybe not. Maybe he didn't
Nah.
do anything in the Fulham game.
No, Fulham want him. It wasn't him.
Shaky. No, it was shaky though. In the corners, I remember thinking, this guy, he was nowhere near. All they needed was someone to tap something in. He was falling all over the place on the corners. And then you've got the game against Burnley, and he's throwing the ball back in the middle again. Like this guy is a liability, and we need to make sure that we protect him at all costs for the set pieces. And I just need Lament. Like I would have just stuck Laments in to be honest, because
I
this
said
this
this
Bayern
already.
guy, I'm not
I,
ready
I
for
said
him, man.
I said this already on another one. I said I don't understand why the team doesn't work out or realize that the guy's weak, sort of at set pieces, so protect him.
Yeah,
But it just baffles me. Like clearly
Gotta
he's
protect
not.
him.
Yeah, just protect him.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
protect him. Like fine, he can't come out and do mad punches and everything. Like then protect him. Then move the strikers away and do whatever. But you're letting him do battles with the centre forward or centre back from the other team, and he's just losing it. I
But
don't
he's
know.
got to be
It's like
I
stronger
feel
as
like
well.
we're too.
He needs to be
I feel
stronger.
like we're too nice. I feel like we're too nice when it comes to set pieces as well,
you,
man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't really, we're not really aggressive enough, man. And
I
Mm.
defending
think you,
in
you
our
know
box.
you know what it is. I feel like there's too much emphasis on like tactics and stuff when it comes to set pieces. Like, oh, we
Yeah,
must do these zones and everything. When sometimes just like, bro, mark your man in it and attack the
Mm.
ball. But
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
like, all right, so if you look, okay, you can't do the zones. Let the keeper have his space and da da da. That's why I think there's a lack of protection for him. But
No one on back post and stuff like that. I don't like all of that
yeah, like
stuff
there's
as
there's
well.
just too much tactics. There's too much like
Yeah.
just mark the man and just head the ball out. Like it's not you don't have to overcomplicate the game, man.
I know we got fixated on Bayern at that point, but we were going through the 11 that we were going to agree on for City. So Bayern is in goal. At the back three, we've actually had the same back three times in a row. I think that's the first time under Amorim that we've actually had that. So happy with that back three, or you think you would make any changes? Those, by the way, I mean Shaw, Lit, and Euro.
Euro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hundred
it's
percent,
fine.
100%.
And I'm happy that it's actually been the same because they can only get better together.
Yeah. One person that's missing from that, who might come in anyway in a different position though, was return of Mazraoui. And I think Shane was like a bit like, what's he bringing him on for? But when he comes on, that guy, it just reminds me, he's just calmness personified. I like.
I think he might end up when we move on. I think he might end up right wing back. Maybe it depends. It depends. I'm not too
He could
sure
play there
because
this week. He could play there.
it
I mean,
could.
we're
It
going to go
could. We're
for it.
going away from home. I think it might be smart. It might be the best option to play him there.
Okay, well, Dorgu was saying that he's going to come back in at left wing back because Delow's injured already. Anyway, apparently he's not back. So then, right wing back, are we moving Ahmad to the 10, or are you putting Mazraoui as you just mentioned? Would you
I
go
think
Ahmad or Mazraoui?
I don't know. The smart thing would be to do Mazraoui, but I don't know. I don't know what you man think. I think he should do
I
Mazraoui.
think I think the smart thing to do is Maserati, especially where Cunha's
Dogu.
out. Ahmad can be one of the tens as well. He can be an option for one of the tens, or off the bench, he can be an option for one of the tens as well. So I think the smart thing is to go in with Maserati, feed out the game, see what kind of game it is, and then you've got options there.
Last time we played against City at the Etihad, Ahmad scored a brace, won it for us 2-1. Do you think that should come into play at all, or think he's still going to be a lethal weapon? He's going to come off the bench and be a weapon anyway. Because if you beating City, we're going to need to get in behind them, aren't we? Like,
Can we not play him as one of the tens? Him and Bremo both as tens.
we definitely can do. So let's move on to the centre mids then. Guess the implications of the tens implicates what we're going to play in the eights, or in the six and the sixes. Who are you playing in the two, then the 4-2 of the who are you going to
I
play in
can't lie. I don't. You know what it is? I don't even know why this is a discussion right now. Yeah. Like, I know that obviously we need to strengthen our midfield, but with the midfield that we currently got, I don't know how anyone can't see that Bruno and Casemiro are our best in the two. That partnership is better than any other partnership we have, and I feel like they need to continue to start until we either buy a player in January or if someone gets injured. But Bruno and Casemiro need to be the ones that start for us. It can't be
What?
Ugarte and Casemiro. It can't be
Okay.
Mainu and Casemiro. It
Why
needs to
not?
be Bruno and Casemiro.
Wait. Why not Mainu and Casemiro?
Because the difference in quality, man. Mainu doesn't do the same. He doesn't do the same things as Bruno. Like, obviously, in the midfield, it's not just about going forward, which Mainu and Bruno are very good at. Obviously, Bruno is better, but even just recovering balls, Bruno does a lot of work for us. There's a lot of the ugly stuff for us that no one really takes notice of because it doesn't really look pretty on the eye. But if you look down to stats and facts, he's actually doing so much work off the ball for us, recovering balls and all sorts. So yeah, man, I just think he does a lot of stuff because we're so used to seeing Bruno in the attacking role in the 10 final third demon. We kind of like look down upon the ugly stuff he does. Like, oh, he's not really good in the 8. He's not really good in that position in midfield, which is not the best, but it doesn't mean he's not good there. There can be players that are better than him there, more experienced, yeah. But mainly, not more experienced than him there. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not.
Yeah,
Mainly
I hear that.
inexperienced.
So that means in the tens, then you're going to play who? And Boomer is obviously
In the 10
guaranteed.
for me, I'll play Xerxes and I'll play Mbermo. But Xerxes is very good at holding up the ball and linking up play. And so if you've got players that can run off the ball like Sesko and Mbermo, I think it will suit us a lot.
Yeah. So Sesko, Xerxes, and Mbumo is who your front three would be.
Yeah, that'll be my front three for sure.
What about you, Antonio? Happy with that?
I'd prefer Ahmad instead of Ahmad and Mbremo in the tens for me.
And then behind Xerxes or Sesko?
I'll actually prefer Xerxes, you know. Right now, I prefer Xerxes. I don't know what it will do. I just feel like, especially in them 10 roles, those are like our most attacking roles. Xerxes is very good. That he's got good touch. He's neat. But I feel like, especially away from home, there's going to be times in the game that I'm really going to require those players to just pull something out the hat, almost just take players on or just do something. When Bremo's got that, just bring that sort of bit of magic. Whereas Xerxes, I don't know if he's got that element to him. I think he's very, very good. He's got a lot of quality, but I'm not too sure if he's got that. Ahmad the same. That's why I want to see Ahmad on the pitch, because you don't know what he could just pick up the ball, start running at you, doing something from the left or the right. He can do something. So I prefer if those two are on the pitch.
At the same time,
yeah.
At the same time, Antonio, I feel like Xerxes' ball retention is a lot better than Ahmad. I think Ahmad.
But this is why I said I'd prefer Xerxes to even start as the centre forward, because that guy can hold up the ball very neatly, and then he can bring players back into the game. So I would prefer to start Xerxes as the centre.
You don't think Sesko can do that?
Ahmad on one side.
Or just not seen it?
I don't think it's his game, you know.
Okay.
You know, sometimes because of the way you look, I think sometimes you get misprofiled because he looks tall and Langley. You think, oh, he's this strong guy. And if you look at all of his goals, he's finishing chances. Like someone's kind of put him through, and maybe he's got half a yard and he's banged it. He's not this kind of man. He's quite neat. Like he can control the ball. I think he needs games. He needs to gain confidence, but he's not some man hold up guy that's gonna like. He's not like that sort of thing. He happens to be tall, but and he's not scoring bare goals with his head as well. That doesn't mean he's bad in the air. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes you might miss profile guys just because of the way they look. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
not
think he
actually
still scored one of the most amount of with his head. But yeah, I guess not a lot of players are scoring with their head these days. But if you're talking about if he's not going to start Sesko when Cunha and when Mount are out, when are you planning to start Sesko?
But this is what I'm saying. Like I said before, we might have a Cisco problem. You man shut me down still, but you man shut me down.
I did say I said you need a few games, but like we're getting into
But I
the
told you,
second game
that's
now.
what I'm saying. And now we haven't got Carling Cup. If he doesn't stop, I'm telling you, if he doesn't start and we start Xerxes and Xerxes does well and we got a problem. We've bought this guy and we haven't got enough games to just give him.
No,
Wait, so we got Chelsea after this one. So I agree with you. If Xerxes starts and we play well and we win that game, then he's not going to start the next game against Chelsea. But he'll start the game after that.
Why?
Because you're going to want to bring Sesko in because he's going to
I
be
don't
that
think.
guy.
But
I don't
why
think.
would you want? Why would you want to fix something that's not broken?
Yeah, but Antonio, I don't think it's a thing where it's a problem though. Like same thing. Sorry to bring
Yeah,
these
it's not a
bricks into
problem.
it,
It's not a
but
problem.
same thing with Isaac and Ekatike. They're gonna have a problem now on who's getting the most minutes. It's going to be dependent on who plays well, whatever. Obviously, Isaac will probably
I
be
think the
the better
Liverpool
number
situation
9.
is a bit different. It's not a problem. I use the wrong word.
But
It's not a problem.
it's just
No.
one of those things where it's just a bit of squad depth, right? If Zesto's out of the team because Xerxes is playing well, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's not going to be because Xerxes is not playing well. It's going to be because he's playing well. So if Xerxes is playing well, good. Testo's going to have to fight for his chance. The same way if Tesco starts and he plays well, others are going to have to fight for their chance as well. So it's a good thing. It's not an issue. It's not a problem. Just because and this is why I said to you before when you said to me, "Oh, when Tesco comes, he needs to score a minimum of 20 goals." I thought, where's the 20 goals coming from? This guy's not even guaranteed to start.
I said 15.
You said no. You
15
said
would be
minimum 20 goals.
I said 15.
15 would be good.
15, yeah, fine. 15 would
15
be
is solid.
good.
I said
But
15
15
very
Antonio
good.
was saying 15 minimum.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You said
I said he
minimum.
needs to. If we're buying a striker 70 million to come and play for Manchester United, and we're missing goal, he needs to score 15 minimum Prem goals.
It depends. I reckon 15 would be great. Would be very good start to him. Under 15, it really depends.
Yeah, that'd
Depends
be
on
a
how
great
things go.
start.
Hey, under 15, then we might as well call back Hoyland. Like, what are we doing here?
No,
I need to see
Hoyland
a
was
significant
Nah,
terrible
man,
last
it's
season.
not.
Yeah, but
It's
that's the
not.
thing.
It's not, man.
It might not just be the stats though. He might be someone that you'll be able to flick on to Mbeumo running on. Do you know what I mean and stuff like that. There could be the interplay. Like, let's see how he plays first because Xerxes is someone who
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
what I'm
His
trying to
pace
say,
might
Fudge,
be
what I'm
good.
trying to say, Fudge, is Antonio's not even sure he's going to start. So if you're not even sure he's going to start against City,
All right, yeah,
how can you be telling me that he needs to score a minimum of 15 goals?
No, but listen, look, we have to talk about the timing of these conversations, right? I said before he came, I said he needs to score minimum. Because you know the reason why I was saying that? Because I was saying we're spending so much money on this striker. Why are we trying to afford him and say he doesn't need to score any goals? But this is what I was saying in the very beginning. That's why I preferred Watkins. Because now we're trying to do the like, oh no, pussyfoot, oh no, like we can do that. Bro, it's a big price tag.
Yeah,
Score
but
your
with
goals.
Watkins is different. With Watkins is different because he hasn't got that much time. Watkins needs to score 15 goals when he first comes, when he first arrives, because if he's not scoring
that's
15
old.
goals in his first season, the next season he's older, and the next season after that he's older. So it's going to be less likely for him to get these goals. It's going to be less likely because he's getting older. His body clock is running out. But with Sesko, if he gets 10 goals this season, it's very likely that he can improve on that the season after.
Yeah,
You know what I
different
mean?
dynamics. You know, I hear that.
The same like when Ronaldo came back, he scored 14 goals in his first. Was it 14 goals or 18 in his first season back? The season after he got sold, but no one expected him to get more than that. It was like he's kind of like hit his limit. Does that make sense? No one's expecting him to get more than that the season after.
I hear what
Anyway,
you're
but
It
yeah,
was a now signing. It was a now thing.
he needs to. You know, we should have not got knocked out of the Carling Cup, man. Because that would have
saying.
been a perfect. No, because that
Yeah,
would
no,
have
you're
been
right. You're
perfect
right.
for him to get the games.
No, you're right.
Now it's like, do you know what I mean? Because he might not be ready. That's why I remember I might be thinking, I'm not too sure if I want to start him yet. But it's weird because
But I think international break has helped a lot because he played 290 minutes with Slovenia. So I think it's helped him in terms of like getting up to speed.
But would it get up to speed with the Prem speed though?
It's minutes in the tank, man. I think the only way you
No,
got Prem
but I
speed is
think
by
what
playing in the Prem.
the problem is, I feel like it's difficult because Amaron needs to win, but then Cisco needs to play, but he needs to play minutes in order for him to get match fit. But if he's not up to speed, but Amaron still needs to win, Amaron might only kind of drip feed in minutes as opposed to going, all right, fine, I'm just going to start you when we really need to be playing our best team. And at the moment, he might not be in our best 11. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's why I'm like, oh, the Carling Cup would have been perfect. Because now, I don't know. Let's see. Tomorrow, Sunday, we'll tell what he's really thinking. If he doesn't start Cisco, like even with Cunha out, oh man, I don't know.
No, I hear that. Just quickly again, if you can like and subscribe. I know the background looks a bit different, probably a bit dodgy. We're working on things, and we're going to improve as you go along anyway. So join the journey. By the end of September, we want to get to 100 subscribers. So help us on that journey as we go on. But I know we're going to do predictions on another video. But overall, do you think we're going to get you feeling confident against City though?
Like I said before, yeah, Manchester is red.
Come on.
Manchester is red, man. Can you see any blue in my background? And
Just a quick one then.
you
Just
get
in
me?
terms of the fact that we are Cockney Reds, yeah. The derby itself, I know, is a bit different. Do you feel like it's different to people that are Manchester-born, Manchester United fans compared to Cockney Reds like we are? Do you feel any difference, or do you feel like it's the game of the season? Is it the game that you look to the most in a season, or how do you feel anyway compared to like people that are born and bred Manchester? I mean, we are hardcore United fans, but we're not Manchester-born United fans. You know what I mean?
Even Manchester-born United fans, this is not the game of the season for them. Manchester-born United fans, the game of the season for them will be against Liverpool. It won't be against City because City historically haven't really ever been a big club. It was only when they started actually spending money and winning trophies, then it was like, oh, it's a big game. But that's only a big game now because it's competitive, right? Like the top teams playing against each other. But historically, it's never really been a thing. But if you're talking about Manchester-born fans, I would say it's against Liverpool. If you're talking about
What about
South
for you? What about for
Cockney,
you?
for
Yeah,
us, the
yeah.
biggest game of the season. Do you know who would you say that is? I know exactly who it is.
You're thinking
Who would you
Arsenal,
say
innit?
it is? Arsenal, 100%.
They're the
Arsenal,
team you want to beat the
100%.
most.
yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
100%.
100%. Arsenal, 100%. But
So,
Manchester-born fans will be Liverpool. Liverpool's a big game. Liverpool's always been a big game.
so the team that you want to beat the most is Arsenal.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Fair enough.
Mate, when they won first game of the season, and Gabriel and that came over to the away fans to celebrate, I've never felt pain like that in a long time. I felt pain. I wanted to commit crime, but I thought to myself, just come out the stadium and go home, man. Just go home and relax.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I hear that. No, that's interesting to know. Okay. Well, we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna go into the predictions later. But international break got a few other things, few other talking points going. I don't know if you man saw the Michael Owen Rio Ferdinand interview, where there was a bit of talk about who was better, Owen coming through or Rooney coming through. Wait, first of all, are you man old enough to remember the '98 World Cup?
Yes.
Shut up, man. Obviously, man.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what you meant by like, obviously you see Michael Owen going, I can't remember because I'm old, like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. What are your thoughts? Owen coming through, Rooney coming through. Who do you think was the better player? Antonio, let's go to you first.
Uh, that is tough. That is tough, man. I don't know. I can't decide. That's a very tough question. That is very. I think they were both exceptional. You could
Yeah,
argue Rooney came through a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Rooney came through 16.
true. That is
Michael
true.
Owen was 17. Michael Owen, but like it's 1 year. All right. But 16 years old to be scoring that in your hometown against Arsenal.
To end the
So,
unbeaten run as well. Come on. What are you
yeah, I
saying,
don't
just
know.
Dave, mate?
Do you know what? It's a very tough one, man. You know what? Because you know what? When I was younger, I just remember hearing Owen all the time. Owen, 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 Owen. Like, and some of the games we used to play against them, and games I used to like see, and Owen just had this electric pace, man. Like, I think Owen maybe had the more fierce attributes, but Rooney just had that how do you put it?
That dog in him.
That swagger, man. That swagger
Yeah.
about him. Like Rooney was just like he was a man even had I won't even say in a boy's body because his body was like a man as well. I just remember I remember weights starting from Rooney. Like when you weight someone, I associate that with Wayne Rooney in his young days, man. You know what I
Rooney
mean?
was
Like just
yeah.
so strong, wasn't scared of. He was fearless. That's one thing I'll describe Rooney as when he was young. He was fearless. He didn't
We
care
should just,
who he was playing against, man.
I think we should just celebrate the both of them. Why are they trying to pitch them
Say that
against each
again.
other,
It's
man?
true. No, I hear that. I hear that.
We should just celebrate both of them. Why are we trying to pitch them against each other? Like they were both sick when they were coming through.
And I think they're
But
different as well, innit?
yeah,
Like
they were
Owen was a
different.
pure finisher. Like so, you put him in behind, you know that it's going to be a goal. Like
Yeah,
so,
he had electric
yeah,
pace.
that
Crazy.
pace to go past someone. Whereas Rooney was just overall a baller from early. Like you could tell, like he
Yeah.
could link play, he could bang goals from outside the box. I don't think Owen would have scored like completely different attributes. So you're right. I mean, I think Rooney was the. If I had to pick one, I'll pick Rooney myself. But yeah,
I think as well. I think Rooney was kind of associated with like the street baller as well. Does that makes
yeah,
sense. So us street ballers,
that
we kind of
touch in
like,
it.
yeah, man. We can kind of familiarize ourselves with him, man, and his game and stuff like. Where Owen was a bit more cleaner, if that makes sense. Like a bit more clean in his finishing, um, running in behind and stuff like that. But Rooney was just rugged, like just like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to just try to score a goal,
No, for real.
man. Yeah, man.
And
Rooney was
the other thing, I
big
don't
up
want
them both, man. Obviously,
to 100%. I don't want to keep this going on for too long, but the last other thing I saw actually was the Hall of Fame. Do you mans care too much about the Hall of Fame? Have you been paying any much attention to it, or?
Only when it comes up. Who's the last person that's been inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I think there's a list. I mean, to be fair, every single one of them. This is why I don't like it at all, really. This Hall of Fame, because first of all, Giggs isn't there, and how you making any sort of Hall of Fame when Giggs is not there? I don't like the fact that. Do you know what? I could go on a bit of a rant if I talk about this Hall of Fame nonsense because I just don't like it.
just
But
rant, man. Just rant,
okay,
man.
okay. So I don't understand. First of all, why we're doing this in this sort of way. Like, why are we voting for two people out of like you've got Gary Neville, you've got Carrick, you've got Van der Sar, you've got Sol Campbell, you've got Hazard. All these players, they're guaranteed to be in the Hall of Fame. Why are we voting for people? Just stick them in there, yeah, for a start. And two, if we are voting to see what order they're going in, how is Gerrard? Okay, this is probably not. You probably won't even agree with me, but I just don't get how Gerrard's in there. Full stop for a start, but if we're going to say, yeah, he's going to be in there, how is he getting in there before all these other players? Because the guy hasn't won a single Premier League title, and he had opportunities to do so, and he was the sole reason why they haven't got a Premier League season. As soon as he retired, they got two Premier League titles. Salah's got two. Henderson was even a bigger captain than him. So I know people love up Gerrard and that. Yeah, me personally, I think it's scandalous. Even I'm going to go that far because I'm thinking you start putting like someone like Gerrard in, you're going to start putting in man's like Kevin Noble. I mean, Noble in Mark Noble. You're going to have to put in Kevin Phillips. All these guys, they're going to have to go in there because what is the criteria now? If you don't have to win the thing and you just stick in players because they're good for their club,
It's a
nah,
good point. Still,
I'm
a good point that you made. Obviously, I think the only thing I would say is Gerrard was a bit of an exception, but it's tough. It's weird because it's Premier League Hall of Fame, so it's techie. It's techie. What's that
yeah,
noise?
FA Cup, Champions League, fair enough. Like he done good things in there. Like he won the FA Cup against West Ham. The Champions League, I think he done well. In that game as well. Obviously when they won it, but nah, man, I'm just not having it. Premier League,
But you
nah,
know
you're not
what? Yeah,
sticking him ahead
I
of
get you
Giggs.
though, man. I know you're saying like, man. I know you're saying like, but even like stuff with Thierry being rated as the best ever striker or best ever player to play in the Premier League, and he only won two Prem.
Yeah, it's
I'm,
ridiculous. I
I'm
don't
gonna
agree
have
with
to
this.
I'm gonna
Rooney's
have
done
to
one.
Just
rejoin
baffles
Fudge.
me, man.
That's
What's that
All
noise?
this,
wait.
this red.
Dave, your noise is gone on. Your mic's gone a bit messed up. Yeah, your
Yeah.
mic is your mic. Okay, I've undone it.
I'm gonna rejoin Fudge. I'm gonna rejoin.
No, we're gonna end it anyway. I think. I think we
That
should.
was that was it.
Yeah. I think we should wrap up. But you can leave anyway, and then like, but we're gonna
All right, cool.
me and Just Dave Mate will wrap up. But Just Dave Mate, I don't know what's happening with your mic. Your mic's kind of mashed up a bit now. Do you know what's going on with it? Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
You can
I
hear
can
me?
hear you now. Yeah. It was just a bit of feedback coming at the end.
Yeah,
But all
man.
right,
So
ran over anyway. Let me not go too much against anti-Gerrard than that. But yeah, no. Any last thoughts? Obviously, I didn't give the rating of the transfer. Oh yeah, let's go back to the transfer window. I should have mentioned this before. But do you rate? I know you mentioned the players that came in, but how about the fact that we managed to get rid of 6 players this summer? So all the players. So Rashford, obviously, he's only on loan, but he's gone. Sancho, Anthony, who else was on there? Hoyland's obviously gone. Malacia, I think he's about to go, and Nana's now gone. I think, like, when you consider the players that have left, I think that's quite. I'm quite surprised, pleasantly surprised that they managed to get rid of all of them. Garnacho
if
as
we're
well.
rating them separately, the transfers going out, I'll give it an A star. The transfer coming in, I'll give it a B. So if we merge them together, I'll give it like a B plus. Our transfer window a B plus all in all, man.
Yeah, because I mean the
So
only
what do
thing
you
that we
reckon?
didn't get were the transfer fees that we potentially could have. But some of the players you just have to get rid of. Like Sancho had to go. Onana. I mean, just getting Rashford's wages off. I mean, I'm a massive Rashford fan. I always will be. I think man came through the ranks and done good for us. I know a lot of people have a bit of beef with him, but
I,
never going to throw any shade on him. But I'm glad that he's doing this. Hopefully, he does his thing in Barcelona and we get a good fee for it.
do you know what? I know as much as we get bantered about obviously like the transfer fees when we're selling players and stuff like that, yeah. But I think at the moment the most important thing for the club is getting these wages off the books, man.
Yeah,
I think
true.
it's caused stress in the club, man. We've got players from the academy asking for 200 grand a week, and they ain't won nothing major. They're not even guaranteed starters in the team, and they're requesting these kind of stupid wages. And I think it's because of these players. They're in and out of the teams, and they're getting 300 plus a week or 250 plus a week. It doesn't make sense. And I think it's caused a lot of unrest and entitlement with the rest of the group, man. So I think the main thing is getting these players out that don't want to play for the club. All these players that are on big wages that are not producing, get them out by any means necessary so we can just start again, start fresh, man, and start building the core of United again.
And I hear that. Hear that. Well said. But I guess on that note, we're going to come back Sunday live. I've got 9 p.m. there. It might be 8 p.m. Not too sure. But we're back live to review the Manchester derby. Come on. We're going to come with the previews. Might be on a short section this time. But we're going to give you our predictions. We're going to get the scoreboard back out there to show you exactly how we get on with the scores. And yeah, man. Any last thing to say from yourself, JustDaveMate?
My prediction, my
Wait.
prediction for the Manchester derby is coming soon.
Subscribe to go and check it out. Yes. 100 subscribers before the end of September. We're 70% there. So yeah, help us along the lines. But thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you soon.
Peace.